Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Shashmita. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will easily be able to log in using your Gmail ID. And once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this URL. And there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and down section in this application. You will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Under Crack Current Affairs, you will be able to see multiple options. First one is Current Affairs English. We upload the day-to-day basis news in the English format. And apart from English PDF, we also provide them in Hindi format. And this Banking Awareness, we upload a PDF every month. So this PDF will contain the banking news, banking and the finance news of. So this PDF will contain the banking news, banking and the finance news of that respective month. And current affairs exam PDF will have two categories. One is that most important news of that particular month will be uploaded in this current affairs exam PDF, and also exam perspective PDF will also be uploaded. If you see for SBI PO, RRB or RBI, all these, next is special CA. This will contain union budget, economic survey, and also the most important events that had taken place globally as well as nationally. Like for example, G20 events, Olympics. And next most important is topic wise. So the entire news of that particular month will be segregated into different topics like obituary. Next, and in order to recollect whatever you've read, we also provide you with topic wise quizzes. Apart from that, we also provide state current affairs. Now, here if you see, we provide you with the day-to-day PDF, and this we provide you with the weekly PDF. So that particular week news will be compiled into a PDF and in question and answer format in English, and will be uploaded here. And to enhance your learning, you can also, to enhance and strengthen your learning, you can also attend the quiz. Here we provide you with the entire news of that particular week. But here we provide you with the entire news of that particular week. But here we take the top 60 most important news and we upload it in this PDF in question and answer format. Apart from weekly, we also provide you the monthly ones. This PDF will contain detailed view of that particular month news, and this will have a brief format of the same news. This will be in the form of a question and answer format, and this will have the top 100 question and answer of that particular month. We also provide you with the PIB news on a day-to-day basis, which you can go and read in these particular tabs. Apart from that, we also provide the union budget and economic survey. You can also after reading the PDF, you can also go and attend the quiz. This is available in the special CA category. We also provide state level current affairs. So this will be very helpful for students who are preparing for state level exams. For example, if you are preparing for Tamil Nadu state level exams, then you can click this tab and you will be able to see all the current affairs or news related to Tamil Nadu. Apart from that, we also provide PDF from the exam perspective. Suppose you are preparing for RBI assistant mains, then this tab will contain 5 to 6 months of current affairs, which has high probability of being asked in RBI assistant mains. Similarly for SBI PO, RRB PO, clerk mains, all these are being given under this section. And also we provide separate content-wise, topic-wise current affairs like national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, MOUs, and committees and meetings. All these different types of news are segregated in these particular categories. Hello students, welcome to our new initiative. In this initiative, we will be uploading the weekly current affairs on banking and finance section. So this will be uploaded on every Monday. And so on the whole, per month, you will have totally 4 videos related to this topic. And apart from just providing you with the banking and finance news, we also provide you the conceptual explanation so that this will enhance and also strengthen your knowledge about these topics. Today, we will be covering September 1st week banking and finance awareness news. Moving to the first news. The first news is about the highlights of the 5th edition of the Global FinTech Festival that had happened recently. The Global FinTech Festival is the largest 3-day FinTech conference that happened from 28th August to 30th August at the Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai. The theme was Blueprint for the Next Decade of Finance, Responsible AI, Inclusive and Resilient. So this is the theme of this Global FinTech Fest. Next is the Global FinTech Fest. It is supported by key governmental bodies including MeitY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Ministry of External Affairs, Department of Financial Services, RBI and the IFSC. So around 150 international experts from 40 countries including USA, UK, Germany, UAE and Israel were part of this event. So there are a lot of initiatives and new highlights of this Global FinTech Festival. Let us see them one by one. So RBI unveils digital payment initiatives. So RBI announced that the Bharat Bill payment system will be rebranded to Bharat Connect. So this will no longer be called as BBPS, but will be called as Bharat Connect. And also, RBI Governor Shakti Kanta Das announced that the initiatives like Account Aggregator Framework, ULI, and Open Credit Enablement Network would redefine credit access. So we know what is ULI, Unified Lending Interface. So it will help the lenders, the financial institutions, to collect various banking data and also non-banking data which is situated in different location. So suppose if you want to provide any agricultural loan to a farmer, and if this land data is located in with the state government in that system, then using this ULI system, you'll be able to get the data from the state government, and using that data you can provide loan. So this ULI connects all the information that are located isolatedly. So this information is located in different systems. They are not connected to each other. So this ULI will connect all this information, and using that it will process and will help to provide an accurate loan also. This OCEN is a framework of application program interface that aims to improve access to the credit for the MSMEs in the India. So this OCEN is specifically framed for the MSMEs. Next is that NPCI launches ATM products. So the RBI Deputy Governor T. Ravi Shankar launched UPI Interoperable Cash Deposit Facility. So what is this? That we know that using card, there is an ATM. So you can deposit using providing the card, your card details, you can deposit cash. So here it's that you will have UPI facility enabled. That is, using your UPI itself, you can either deposit or withdraw the cash from these ATMs. So UPI ISD service will allow the customers to use UPI for depositing cash at the ATM run by banks and white label ATMs and white label ATM operators, either into their own bank account. That is, they can deposit in their own bank accounts, or they can deposit in another bank account holders also. Next is that SBI Chairman C.S. Setty unveils YONO 2.0 and 5-year digital plan. So YONO is a digital application of the SBI. So any SBI customer can create credentials in this YONO and use this YONO app for various purposes. Now this YONO 2.0 will have even more features, newly added features in this YONO 2.0. And SBI has rolled out an ambitious 5-year digital transformation roadmap focusing on fortifying technology resilience, optimizing data architecture, and enhancing infrastructure networks. The MasterCard launches biometric payment passkey service in India. So the MasterCard, one of the famous card networks in India, it has introduced the payment passkey service in India and globally to enhance online shopping security. So this service is being piloted in India, including major players, payment players are involved in this payment passkey service. So they are JustPay, Razorpay, PayU, and also online merchants like Baskets, Big Baskets. They are also involved in this payment passkey service. Now, what is this payment passkey service? So here payment passkeys, they use device-based biometric authentication like fingerprints. You know that with using your fingerprints, like in Aadhaar enabled payment system and all, using the Aadhaar number and the biometric, you can make payments, right? Similarly here they have used device-based biometric authentication like fingerprints or facial recognition instead of OTP or passwords. So instead of OTP and password, here payment passkeys use fingerprints or facial recognition, which is considered more safe. Next is this MasterCard announces a partnership with Boat to introduce tap and pay functionality on its devices. So to enable the tap and pay functionality in the Boat devices, like you know, there is Boat smartwatch and all, right? So nowadays you can pay your make payment via smartwatch also. To enable that service in the Boat devices, there is a partnership that has been signed between MasterCard and Boat. So backed by Flipkart Group, Super.Money, it has partnered with the Utkarsh Small Finance Bank to introduce a new co-branded RuPay credit card named Supercard. So a Supercard will be launched that will provide a credit limit starting from just 90 rupees up to rupees 9 lakh. So remember, this Super.Money is backed by Flipkart, and Super.Money and Utkarsh Small Finance Bank together have launched this card called Supercard. The minimum limit is 90 and the maximum limit is 9 lakhs. Next is that Federal Bank launches facial payment system called SmilePay. So it has introduced SmilePay, the first of its kind facial recognition based payment system. So it was launched in collaboration with Reliance Retail Limited and Swatantra Micro Housing Finance at selected branches and outlets. This system is built on the Unique Identification Authority of India's face authentication service. Now, how does this Smile Pay work? So, suppose a customer goes to a merchant, buys a product, and say that merchant has this Fed Merchant app in his system. Now, now the customer has to make a payment to the merchant. So, what the merchant does that he opens the Fed Merchant app, and then what he does that he chooses the Smile Pay payment method. So there are a lot of methods that will be available. In that, he chooses the Smile Pay payment method, and then he enters the customer's Aadhaar number. He feeds in the customer's Aadhaar number, then he scans using this payment method. So he scans the face of the customer, and then this is verified against the UIDAI stored facial data. So in UIDAI system, already the facial data of all the customers, of all the citizens are stored. So this scanned facial image is cross-checked or is verified with the already stored facial points in the UIDAI system. So after the verification is done, the customer's account is debited and the merchant's account is credited. This is how the Smile Pay payment method of the Fed Merchant app works. Next is that RBL Bank launches co-branded credit card with the Indian Oil Corporation. So that card is called as Indian Oil RBL Bank Extra Credit Card. So this has contactless technology, and also this card can be linked to the UPI apps, and through that UPI app you can make payment to various merchants. Next is that HDB Financial Services, a non-banking financial company, has become the first NBFC to implement the National Payment System Corporation of India eKYC Setu system. So this eKYC Setu system is developed by NPCI, and HDBFC is the first NBFC to implement this system. So what is this eKYC? This is mainly for the regulated entities. This will help them to cross-check the Aadhaar based of the customers quickly and in an easier manner. So if you see eKYC Setu system, it is developed by the NPCI facilities. It is a one-stop solution to simplify the onboarding journey for the regulated entities under the RBI by utilizing the Aadhaar-based eKYC services. So this is mainly to onboard the customers, and this is used by the regulated entities. Next is that Razorpay unveils a groundbreaking payment solution. So this is called as Razorpay A1. So this has been unveiled by Razorpay. So Razorpay A1 is a point of sale device that supports a variety of payment options including QR codes and contactless tap cards. Next is that Orion Pro Payment Systems. It launches as online payment aggregator. So Orion Pro Payments, a subsidiary of the Orion Pro Solutions Limited, received authorization from the RBI to operate as an online payment aggregator. So remember the name, that is only very important here. Orion Pro Payment has received license to operate as the payment aggregator. Next is that Aditya Birla Capital Digital Limited has launched 3 new products. So what are these 3 new products? One is that Digi Gold gifting. So here the customer can gift digital gold to any of his family, friends or relatives. So this can be done using the recipient's mobile number. So you have to just feed in the recipient's mobile number, and using that you can gift digital gold to your friends or family. Next is Family Health Scan. So this is a selfie-based free health scan feature which is available under My Track section of the ABCDL app, and this covers up to 5 family members. Next is that Simply Invest. So here Simply Invest, what it does that it allows the customers to invest invest across various asset classes like mutual fund, stocks and digital gold through a single intuitive journey. So these are the 3 products. Remember the name: Digi Gold Gifting, Family Health Scan, Simply Invest. Next is that Airtel Payment Bank unveils new innovations. So those 2 new innovations are fraud alarm and transparent banking. So in case of fraud alarm, if a customer suspects any fraudulent activity, then he can go and hit this fraud alarm. So this provides the user with immediate assistance if any fraudulent activity is suspected. Next, this transparent banking section, it is present in the app so that All essential information including the charges, terms and condition and customer data storage guidelines, everything is available in the simplified language to the customers. So it's completely transparent, nothing is hidden from the customer. That is the purpose of this transparent banking section. Next is that Amazon Pay ICICI Bank credit card becomes the India's first co-branded credit card to onboard over 5 million customers. So Amazon Pay ICICI Bank credit card powered by Visa, it has achieved a significant milestone becoming the first co-branded credit card in India to onboard over 5 million customers nationwide. So they might ask you a question like which is the first credit card company that has become the that had onboarded 5 million customers nationwide. So you have to know that it is Amazon Pay ICICI Bank credit card. We have launched a new course called Static Banking Awareness course. Now this course will be helpful for students who are preparing for the banking exams and for the regulatory body exams. And also recently you would have seen Paytm Bank in news frequently. So when an aspirant reads this news, he would have ample number of questions like what is a payment bank, what are the norms for it, and which is the committee that has launched it. So this static banking awareness course lays a foundation to the current banking and finance news. Now you have to download our AffairsCloud to access this course. Once you have logged into our app, you can go and click this all courses icon and then you'll be redirected to this page. In this you have to go and click the static banking awareness course, and under the details tab you will be able to see a brief about this course, and under the part tab it will contain all the contents, all the topics of the contents that are currently available in this course. We are working on this continuously and this will be completed within 2 months. Under the free tab you can go and access one content, that is the origin and development content, for free. You can go and read this content and have an idea about this course. After reading this content, do attend the quiz that is also available under the same tab. Now, our team has allocated ample amount of time and resources to curate this content. We have created this content from various books and from various verified websites. Our content is better than any book that is available in the market. This is because we update this content on a dynamic basis. For example, there are currently 39 DRTs that are available in the country now. In future, if one more DRT is created or added, then it would become 40. So we would update this content on a dynamic basis. But in case of books, you have to wait for the next publication for this updated content. Nowadays, a lot of practical questions have been asked in the banking exams. For example, how many public sector banks are available on the stock exchange? Which is the payment bank that is being listed on the stock exchange? So we try to cover as many practical questions as possible in this course. Apart from this, we also provide you a question bank that will contain around 3000 questions and the previous year questions along with it. We also have a dedicated tab that will release the important RBI notification and the frequent news released by the RBI. You can use this code B15 to avail 15% discount. This is one of the highest discounts that we have offered until now. So do avail this code B15 while you purchase the course. Apart from various initiatives that were launched in this Global FinTech Festival, various awards were also given. So they were given under 3 categories. One is Finest FinTech Solution, second category is Special FinTech Achievements, and third category is Banking Tech Awards. So these are quite very important awards. In the next slide, the entire award section is provided. So these are the very important awards that must be covered. So under the Finest FinTech Solution, the subcategory is Best Digital Public Infrastructure, which was given to Protein eGovern Technologies. And next is Special FinTech Achievements. The FinTech Startup of the Year was given to Pay Global. The FinTech Women of the Year India was given to Shalini Warrior, Executive Director of the Federal Bank. And the Green Banking Initiative of the Year was given to Punjab National Bank. And the Best Cross-Border Solution Award was given to TerraPay. So if you see, this is the entire award sections that were being given during the Global FinTech Festival. Just read this, all these winners and the subcategories twice or thrice. The next news is about 6 new rules issued for the PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana and other small savings schemes with effect from 1st October 2024. This is released by the Department of Economic Affairs. So why have these rules been released? This is released to regularize the irregularly opened accounts under the National Small Savings through the post office. So if you see if these accounts were not open as per the rule, or if there is any deficiency found, in order to regularize them, these new rules have been adopted or issued. So first, irregular NSS accounts, that is National Small Savings Accounts. So there are three main categories under this. One is that two NSS 87 accounts opened prior to DG order. There was a DG order issued on 2nd April 1990. So before that, if there are two NSS accounts open, second, two NSS accounts open after DG order. Third one is more than two NSS 87 accounts open. So for two NSS accounts opened before the DG order, the first account will earn the current scheme rate. So whatever is the scheme interest rate, that will be earned, that will be provided to the first account. But in case of the second account, which was opened after the first one, will earn the prevailing post office savings account rate with an additional 200 basis point. That is, the rate, if the rate is 5%, the additional 2 basis point is 2%, it will earn 7%. That will be earned by the second account. Both these accounts will not earn any interest starting from 1st October. So only up to 30th September, these interest rate will be provided. After that, it will not earn any interest rate. So as per the official memorandum issued by the Ministry of Finance on 12th July 2024, these special provisions are a one-time concession granted to the NSS 87 investors until 30th September 2024. Then for two NSS accounts open after DG order. So the first account that was opened will receive the interest rate as per the scheme rate. Second one will receive the interest rate as per the post office savings account rate. And both these accounts again will stop earning any interest from the 1st October 2024. Same like the previous one. Next is, if more than two NSS 87 accounts are there, in that case, no interest rate will be provided on the third and subsequent accounts. The principal amount will be refunded. So in case of the first two NSS 87 accounts, this will be followed. This interest rate will be provided, and for the third and subsequent one, no interest rate will be provided and the principal amount will be refunded. Next is about PPF account. PPF account opened under the name of a minor. So in case it is opened under the name of a minor, then the post office savings interest rate will be provided until the minor reaches the age of 18. So after the minor reaches the age of 18, the applicable interest rate will be paid. Okay. Next is multiple PPF account. In this case, the primary account will earn the scheme rate of the interest subject to the deposit being within the annual limit. So there will be an annual limit for this PPF. If the primary account has money within this limit, then whatever is the PPF rate, that will be applicable to this primary account. And in case of the secondary amount, the balance amount in the secondary account will be merged with the primary account subject to the primary account remains within the applicable annual investment limit. So if there is amount in the secondary account, that will be merged with this primary account, but the amount in the primary account should be within the investment limit. If it's more than the investment limit, then it will not be merged. If it is within the investment limit, then the amount in the secondary account will be merged with the primary account. So following the merger, the primary account will continue to earn the prevailing scheme interest rate. In case there is an excess balance in the secondary account, then no interest rate will be provided and the amount will be refunded to the customer. So remember, there are two accounts in this case, and whatever amount is there in the primary account, that only will earn the PPF interest rate, that too only if it is within the limit. And the amount in the secondary account will be transferred to the first account. That too only if the overall limit is within the permissible limit, then only it will be transferred. Otherwise, the amount in the secondary account will be refunded with 0% rate of interest. Next is NRI extension of PPF accounts. For only those active PPF accounts of NRI which are opened under the Public Provident Fund Scheme 1968, where Form H did not specifically ask the resident status of the account holder, will be eligible to receive the post office savings rate of interest until 30th September 2024. So what is this Form H? This Form H is provided to the customers when they want to extend the PPF maturity. And then if they want to extend the maturity, then this Form H will be provided. In case the resident status, there is no column of resident status in that Form H, then the customer would not be able to provide it, right? So in that case, that person will be able to receive POSA, that is a Post Office Savings Account rate of interest until 30th September 2024. Remember, PPF account can be opened only by the resident individual and not by NRA. So NRA, maybe when they were resident individual, they would have opened this account, PPF account, and when they had become an NRA, they have to mention that in the Form H and then extend. In case if this status was not asked in the Form H, then this case will be applicable. Next is regularization of the Sukanya Samriddhi account opened by the grandparents instead of the guardians. So the Sukanya Samriddhi accounts opened by the grandparents who are not legal guardians must transfer the guardianship to legal guardians or the natural parents. So the grandparents, they cannot be the legal guardian. It has to be either natural parents or the legal guardians. So if a family has opened more than 2 SSAs, that is Sukanya Samriddhi accounts, we know that one family can have maximum of only 2 SSAs. It cannot have any other more than 2. So if a family has opened more than 2 Sukanya Samriddhi accounts, which is the violation of the Sukanya Samriddhi guidelines, then such irregular accounts will be closed. So these are the various new rules that have been brought by the Ministry of Finance. So we know that the Ministry of Finance Minister is that Nirmala Sitaram, the Rajya Sabha is Karnataka, Ministry of State Pankaj Chaudhary, and the constituency is Maharanjganj, Uttar Pradesh. The next news is about GDP estimate. The World Bank Group upgrades its estimate of India's GDP growth to 7% from 6.6% for the financial year 2025. So on September 3, 2024, the World Bank in its India's development update, it upgraded the India's growth to 7% from 6.6%. And simultaneously, the GDP growth for financial 26 and 27 is projected at 6.7%. It is also expected that the debt to GDP ratio will decline from 83.9% in financial year 24 to 82% by financial year 27. The main reason will be strong revenue growth and fiscal consolidation will support this reduction in the debt to GDP ratio. The current account deficit is also expected to widen to 1.1% in financial year 25 from 0.7% in financial year 24. And the physical deficit is anticipated to reduce from 5.6% in financial year 24 to 4.9% in financial year 25 and further going down to 4.5% in financial year 26. So remember this FD, physical deficit rate, it's very, very important. And then India's exports grew by 5.8% year on year in Q1 financial year 25, driven by sectors like electronics, iron ore and pharmaceuticals. The food inflation dropped from 8.9% in Q1 financial 25 to 5.4% in July 2024 due to the base effect. Next is that the agriculture sector is expected to benefit from favorable monsoon rainfall and expanded sowing areas. So if you see out of the total inflation, food inflation plays a major part of the role. So if we are not able to meet the 4% target of the inflation target, then one of the main reasons is food inflation, because food inflation is almost causing the main inflation to go up beyond the expected limit. So these are the various estimates given by the World Bank Group. The next news is Axis Bank introduces innovative digital solution, that is UPI, ATM and Bharat Connect for the business. So this UPI ATM facility is nothing but India's first Android cash recycler integrated with UPI. That is, you can make cardless cash deposit and cardless cash withdrawal using this UPI enabled application. Next is Bharat Connect, which is formerly known as the Bharat Bill Payment System. So now the Bharat Bill Payment System is called as Bharat Connect. It is launched by NPCIL, Bharat Bill Pay Limited. So this will be used to integrate business application to manage partner onboarding, in order to make regular payments, offer invoice-based financing. So for all this purpose, this Bharat Connect will be launched. So Axis Bank MD and CEO is Amitabh Chaudhary. The headquarters is in Mumbai. Tagline is Bhakti Ka Naam Zindagi. Next is Bank of India launches 33-day Star Dhan Vriddhi fixed deposit. So this 33-day fixed deposit is effective from 1st September 2024. So under this, customers can deposit up to 3 crore. We know that recently RBI had raised the bulk deposit from 2 crore to 3 crores. So non-bulk deposits are up to 3 crore. So this deposit will be up to 3 crore. And senior citizens, they will have an extra basis and an extra interest rate of 50 basis point more than the actual. So if it's 8 interest rate, then the senior citizens will have 8.5, and in case of super senior citizens, it will be an extra 65 basis point on their term deposits. So the MD and CEO is Rajneesh Karnatak and headquarters is in Mumbai. The tagline is relationship beyond banking. The next news is about a MOU. So the IIM, Institute of Management, Kozhikode, and the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, which is the youngest subsidiary of Reserve Bank, they have signed a memorandum of understanding to drive innovation, research, and support for the fintech startups in India. So this will foster a growing fintech ecosystem across India, empowering 1 billion Indians with frictionless finance. So RBIH was established in 2021 as a wholly owned subsidiary of the RBI focused on promoting innovation. The CEO of RBIH is Rajesh Bansal. It is headquartered in Bangalore. The main point here to be remembered is IIM, Kozhikode, and RBIH that have signed an MOU for the fintech startups. Next is that India's UPI processes nearly 81 lakh crore transactions in April-July. So 81 lakh crore transactions. So if you see, according to the Global Payment Hub PaySecure data, India's UPI has processed nearly 81 lakh crore rupees in transactions between April and July 2024, surpassing the top digital payment platforms in India. This is a very good point that can be used in the descriptive writing. So India leads the world in digital transactions with over 40% of the payment being made digitally and UPI being used for majority of them. So remember here the value is 81 lakh crore rupees in transaction between April and July 2024. Next is that SEBI sets up 22-member advisory committee on listing obligations and disclosure. So if a company wants to list itself on the stock exchange, there are certain obligations that it has to fulfill and also certain disclosures that it has to make to the public, because once it's listed on the stock exchange, it has to make disclosures to the shareholders, right? So there are certain things that has to be followed. So as the things change, so a few obligations and disclosures will also be added or removed. So for that purpose, a 22-member advisory committee has been set by the SEBI. So SEBI has set up a 22-member advisory committee to streamline the rules for listing obligations and disclosure. The advisory committee on listing obligations and disclosure will be chaired by Rama Subramaniam Gandhi, a former deputy governor of the Reserve Bank of India. So what are the various suggestions that were brought is that an expert group proposed a longer promoter lock-in period if the funds bought through an IPO were used to repay loans utilized for the capital expenditure. So if you see, generally there will be a certain lock-in period for the promoter if the company goes on an IPO. So what here the expert, this is all a proposal, not yet finalized. So an expert group has proposed that if the promoter lock-in period has to be increased if the money that has been raised through the IPO has been used to repay the loans that was used for buying capital goods. And also they have also proposed to increase the timeline from 24 hours to 72 hours in order to disclose any litigation. So if you see, if there is any litigation found, then the company has to report to the stock exchange within 24 hours. So now they are requesting for an increase in timeline from 24 hours to 72 hours. So these are the various proposals. Only after they look into these proposals, they have not yet been finalized. And after looking into it and also analyzing it, then only few other things may also be finalized. So apart from the chairman, the various other members are N.K. Dua, Joint Director in the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Kiki Mistry, Non-Executive Director of the HDFC Bank Limited, Stock Exchange Heads, Proxy Advisory Firm Managing Directors, and representatives from the industry bodies, corporates, and legal experts. So these are the various members who will be part of that committee. The SEBI was established as a non-statutory body on 12th November 1988, and it received the statutory body status on the 30th January 1992. The chairman is Madhabi Puri Butch. Next is that Motilal Oswal launches India's first 500 Momentum 50 index fund. So this Motilal Oswal fund, it has launched its new fund offer, the Motilal Oswal Nifty 500 Momentum 50 Index Fund. So the objective of this is open-ended index fund. So this will be an open-ended. There are two types of fund. One is closed-ended, the other is the open-ended. In open-ended, you can buy and sell the mutual fund units whenever you want. So in this open-ended index fund is to capture the Nifty 500 Index High Momentum Stock Performance. So it will invest in the stocks of the Nifty 500 index. So there is a Nifty 500 index. In that, it will invest in the stocks of the Nifty 500 index. So this index chooses stocks based on the price performance over the previous 6 months and 1 year. The scheme will allocate 95 to 100% of its assets to the constituents of the Nifty 500 Momentum 50 index, and 0 to 5% will be invested in the money market instruments. So remember the name, Motilal Oswal Nifty 500 Momentum 50 Index Fund. Next is that Hitachi Payment Services and NPCI introduced India's first Android-based CRM ATM. So CRM is a cash recycling machine ATM, that is, it can be used both for the deposit and also for withdrawal purpose. So it provides customers with the ease of cardless cash deposit into their own as well as other people's bank account also. Apart from that, it also offers a range of banking and non-banking services like account creation, credit card issuance, personal and MSME loans. So all these is also provided by this Android-based CRM ATM. The next news is about RBI introducing a scheme for trading and settlement of sovereign green bonds in IFSC. So the sovereign green bonds are used to invest in the renewable energy sectors. So money raised from these bonds will be utilized in the renewable energy sector. This is the purpose of the sovereign green bonds. In order to allow the NRIs to invest in the sovereign green bonds, a new scheme has been introduced in the trading and settlement of sovereign green bonds. So the Reserve Bank of India has launched a scheme for trading and settlement of sovereign green bonds in the International Financial Service Center in India. So this scheme aims to facilitate investments in sovereign green bonds issued by the Government of India to eligible foreign investors in the IFSC. So through this scheme, the foreign investors can invest in these green bonds in the IFSC. So they can participate both in the primary auction as well as engage in the secondary market transactions in the IFSC. But one point to be assured is that here the investors eligible for the domestic market, they cannot transfer securities between the onshore and the IFSC demat accounts. This is very important. So whatever has been bought in the onshore, that cannot be transferred to the IFSC demat account. Suppose they have a demat account in the onshore, that is within India, and they have an IFSC demat account, then securities of these sovereign green bond cannot be transferred between these two demat accounts. This is the important point to be remembered. And also if you see the IBU, that is IFSC banking units, they cannot participate in the primary auctions. That is when the first time the sovereign green bonds are issued, in that these IBUs cannot participate, but they can participate in the secondary market rates with the investors. Next news is that HDFC Bank announces GIGA financial product for the India's gig workers. So HDFC Bank Limited has introduced GIGA, a comprehensive financial suit tailored for the gig workers and freelancers in India. So this will provide the financial needs of this will fulfill the financial needs of the rapidly expanding gig economy. So what are the various features available? If you see, they have a flexible savings account, that is they can maintain a quarterly balance 10,000 in metro and 5,000 in semi-urban and rural areas. And also they will have access to options like SIP, that is systematic investment plans, FDs and recurring deposits. And also main thing here is that GIGA business credit card. So a 55-day interest-free credit period will be provided to them. If they want, they can use this credit for their purpose. And also health insurance facility. This will be provided in collaboration with the HDFC Ergo. And there will also be provided retailer asset products like collateral-free business loan or loans financing up to 100% of on-road value, two-wheeler loans and also gold loans with quick disbursement. And apart from that, a flexible investment option will also be provided. This is in collaboration with the HDFC Asset Management Company Limited. So if you see the gig economy in India, it employs approximately 30 to 50 million workers. So in order, their number is increasing day by day. So in order to address those people's needs also, these new products have been introduced by the HDFC. Next news is that Paytm receives Ministry of Finance approval for downstream investment. So this Paytm, owned by the 197 Communication Limited, has received approval from the Ministry of Finance for downstream investment into the Paytm services arm called Paytm Payment Services Limited. So what is this downstream? Is that when a company, Indian company, gets amount from the foreign company through FDI and uses that money to invest in another Indian company's equity, then that process is called as downstream investment. So if you see, downstream investment means an Indian company has got some foreign direct investment and investing in another, and using that it invests in another Indian company's equity instrument or capital. This is what is downstream investment. Next is the SEBI approves reappointment of Nehal Vora as the MD and CEO of CDSL. So SEBI has approved the reappointment of Nehal Vora as the Managing Director and CEO of the Central Depository Services Limited. So he has also served as chair of the Cyber Resilience Task Force of the International Organization of Securities Commission. See, this International Organization of Security Commission is like SEBI only. Just like SEBI will tell India on what all should be done with respect to the securities market, similarly this is in respect to the entire world. So they will provide the various guidelines. So from these guidelines, the various countries will follow and develop their own securities market. So there he has served as the chair of the Cyber Resilience Task Force. So if you see the CDSL, that is Central Depository Service Limited, is headquartered in Mumbai and it was established in 1999. Remember the name, it is Nehal Vora. Next is that RBI imposes monetary penalty on UCO Bank and CBHFL. So the penalty imposed on monetary on the UCO Bank is 2.68 crore, and on CBHFL, that is Cent Bank Home Finance Limited, it has imposed a penalty of 2.1 lakh. The next news is about Q1 financial year 25 GDP data, which has been released by the NSO. So the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has released the estimates of the first quarter of the financial year 25 GDP estimates. So here in the first quarter, India's GDP, real GDP has been slowed down to 15-month low, that is 6.7% in the Q1 financial year 25. Agriculture and allied sector, which is a key component of the Indian economy, saw a growth of just 2%. And though there has been a 15-month low GDP growth, India still remains the fastest growing major economy in the world, as China's GDP had registered just 4.7% in the very same quarter. So GDP at constant price in Q1 financial 25 is estimated at 43 lakh crore, and if you see the nominal GDP growth rate was 9.7%. And similarly, the gross value added, that is GVA, growth was 6.8% compared to 8.3% in the previous year. So this is a huge step down. From 8.3, we have gone down to 6.8% when you compare the first quarter of previous and the current financial year. So looking at each primary, secondary and tertiary sector, if you see in 2024 financial year, we had grown by 4.2. Now it has come down to 2.7. Secondary sector from 5.9 we have gone up to 8.4, and tertiary sector from 10.7 we have gone down to 7.2. So if you see, only in the secondary sector we have grown. The other two sectors the growth has decelerated. The next news is about a co-branded credit card that has been launched in partnership with RuPay and Yes Bank. The POP Tech Growth Private Limited, a fintech startup, it has launched India's first multi-brand co-branded credit card, Yes Bank POP Club RuPay Credit Card, which is developed in partnership with RuPay and Yes Bank. So the main thing to be remembered here is POT Tech Growth Private Limited, RuPay and Yes Bank. They together have launched this co-branded credit card. So Yes Bank MD and CEO is Prashant Kumar. The headquarters is in Mumbai and it was established in 2004. Next is about the Star Health Insurance. So the Chennai, Tamil Nadu based Star Health and Allied Insurance Company, it has launched India's first Braille insurance policy named called Special Care Gold. It is designed to cater the needs of the person with disabilities. Braille, if you see, it is a language of the blind. of the visually impaired people. So generally you will have all the letters and all, it will be superimposed. So you will be able to feel the letters. So that is this braille language. So for them especially, this insurance policy has been launched to empower visually impaired individuals with opportunities for income generation in the insurance sector. The braille version of the policy enables the visually impaired individuals to access information and make independent decisions regarding health and finance. So through this, they themselves will be able to understand. If you see the normal policies and all, you will have to read it to the visually impaired people. But here they can read it themselves using this braille version, and they can take their own decision, independent decision. So any person aged between 18 and 65 years can avail this policy, and dependent children are covered from newborn to 17 years of age. The policy offers a 1-year term with individual coverage option of 4 lakhs and 5 lakhs. Thank you for watching the session. I hope you had enjoyed it. We're also available in Telegram under the name AffairsCloud_official. We also have an Instagram handle. Apart from this, you can contact us directly on 9677333862 regarding any courses that we offer or regarding any payment issues. You can contact on directly on this number. Thank you.